Invasive insects in Virginia, spotted lanternflies and red imported fire ants. Invasive pests are reshaping life in Charlottesville, and the battle against them is more intense than ever. But here's where it gets controversial. The latest strategy to combat the spotted lanternfly, SLF, may not be as effective as we think. This is the part most people miss. Killing every SLF you see isn't the magic solution. Let's dive deeper into this crisis and the new threat lurking in our backyards. First identified in Pennsylvania in 2014, the SLF is a tiny, colorful insect from Asia that's now spreading across 18 U.S. states, including Virginia. Scientists believe it hitchhiked into the country on imported goods, though the exact path remains a mystery. By 2018, Virginia had its first confirmed sighting, and today, over half of the state's counties and cities report active populations, Charlottesville included. The initial advice was clear: crush every SLF you spot, scrape egg masses, and use Virginia's invasive species reporting tool. But experts now caution that this approach is only a temporary fix. There's nothing wrong with that, says Carrie Swanson, an Albemarle County Extension agent. But it's not going to be the end solution. While SLF populations have grown, Virginia hasn't seen the same agricultural devastation as Pennsylvania. That's because the insects lack natural predators and feed on plants like grapes, hops, and tree of heaven, a plant also invasive. Their feeding habits leave behind a sticky residue called honeydew, which fosters mold and weakens crops. For vineyards, the stakes are high, but farmers are advised to prioritize prevention over pesticides, as many insecticides harm beneficial bugs. Here's the twist: the best defense against SLF isn't smashing them, it's targeting their food source. Killing tree of heaven plants is a critical step in disrupting their life cycle. Yet, even with these measures, the insects continue to thrive, highlighting the complexity of managing invasive species. Meanwhile, a new invasive threat is taking root: red imported fire ants, reefer. Unlike native fire ants, reefer are aggressive, venomous, and highly destructive. First introduced in the U.S. in 1918, they've spread slowly in Virginia, but recent sightings near Coles in Albemarle County signal a growing concern. These ants form mounds that look like dirt piles or anthills, making them easy to overlook. But stepping on one can trigger a painful sting that ranges from mild irritation to life-threatening anaphylaxis. Nobody intends to step on a fire ant mound, explains Eric Day, a Virginia tech entomologist. It's often someone checking a meter or inspecting a tree. While the state has treated some reefer sites, areas past eradication are now added to quarantine lists. So far, Albemarle County remains off the list, but experts urge vigilance. Any sightings should be reported immediately, says Day. As both SLF and reefer threaten ecosystems and communities, the challenge lies in balancing immediate action with long-term solutions. What's your take on these invasive threats? Are we doing enough to protect our environment, or is this just the beginning of a larger crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Spotted Lanternfly Invasion 2025, Western Massachusetts Impact and Action Guide. **** The spotted lanternfly, a growing concern in New England. The spotted lanternfly, a pest that hails from Asia, has increasingly made its presence known throughout New England, particularly in western Massachusetts this summer. This invasive insect, which feeds on plant sap, was first identified in Massachusetts in 2021 and has since spread significantly, raising alarms among local residents. The Massachusetts Department of Agricultural Resources, MDAR, has documented numerous sightings of the spotted lanternfly, indicating its ongoing expansion in the region. Entomologist Natasha Wright, who serves as the technical director at Bremen Termite and Pest Elimination, provided insight into the insect's rapid proliferation. These pests are notorious for laying their egg masses on virtually any surface, Wright explained. While they typically prefer tree bark, they can also attach their eggs to vehicles or other movable objects, which facilitates their transportation to new areas. The primary host plant for the spotted lanternfly is the tree of heaven, Ailanthus altissima, but this pest is not picky. It can damage or even kill over 100 different plant species, including grapevines, hops, and various fruit trees. During their mating season, These insects can disrupt outdoor activities as they gather in large numbers on buildings, vehicles, and their favored plants. A resident from Springfield shared her experience with the pest, stating that she recently spotted a nymph on her front door and promptly took action by capturing and disposing of it. "I didn't see any more, but during my lunch break today, I found another one on one of my trees," said Kim Kelsey. "I quickly dealt with that one too." Understanding the life cycle of the spotted lanternfly. These nymphs undergo several stages of development. When they first emerge, they are black, but as they grow and shed their skin, they turn a reddish color, Wright noted. Eventually, they develop wings as they reach adulthood, which distinguishes them from their younger forms that lack wings. Although spotted lanternflies pose no direct threat to humans, they are classified as an invasive species capable of inflicting significant harm on a variety of plants and trees. They achieve this by sucking sap from their hosts and excreting a sticky substance known as honeydew, which can promote the growth of sooty mold. Kelsey expressed her concern, stating, "I have several maple trees in my yard, and I've noticed they appear somewhat unhealthy." Local gardeners are also expressing their worries. Laura Atkinson from Springfield remarked, "This is a fantastic growing season, and to have these pests invade our plants, including tomatoes and lettuce, is incredibly disheartening." To combat the spread of the spotted lanternfly, residents are encouraged to squash the insects or use a fly swatter. If you encounter a large number of them, it is advisable to take a photograph and report the sighting. You can report any instances of the spotted lanternfly online to the Massachusetts Department of Agricultural Resources. Map, spotted lanternfly in Massachusetts. For further information on managing invasive pests in your area, check out the MDAR Interactive Dashboard. WWLP 22 News, an NBC affiliate, has been delivering local news and programming to Western Massachusetts since March 1953. Don't forget to catch the 22 News digital edition weekdays at 4 p.m. on WWLP.com. Spotted lanternfly invasion: how to spot, kill, and report Connecticut's most destructive pest. Picture this: your favorite hiking trail, your backyard orchard, or that beautiful park down the street utterly devastated by a tiny but unstoppable invader. That's the nightmare scenario Connecticut officials are racing against as spotted lanternflies surge back across the state. And here's the uncomfortable truth you need to hear: every resident holds the power to stop this ecological disaster. But here's where it gets controversial: state agencies aren't just suggesting, they're urgently demanding that you kill these pests on site. Yes, actually squashing them and destroying their eggs. For some, the idea of deliberately ending an insect's life might feel harsh, but consider the alternative: losing nearly half of Connecticut's trees and critical crops like apples, peaches, and walnuts. Adult lanternflies, now emerging statewide, are unmistakable. Picture tan wings speckled with ink-black dots, paired with dramatic hind wings flashing red, black, and white. First detected in North America just over a decade ago, 2014, these invaders have exploded in Connecticut since 2018. Recent tracking reveals they're thickest in Fairfield and New Haven counties, but shockingly, they're marching north into Hartford County and beyond. If you're wondering why this matters, let's break it down. Lanternflies stab into plant stems like tiny vampires, draining sap non-stop. This weakens trees and crops, making them vulnerable to disease. Then comes the double whammy: their sticky waste residue, called honeydew, coats everything below and breeds ugly sooty mold that blocks sunlight. Imagine your entire garden or a maple grove slowly suffocating. So what's the battle plan? Hunt down adult and young lanternfly nymphs, eliminate them on site. Scrape off their putty-like egg masses, found on trees, rocks, or outdoor furniture, and drown them in rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer. Report every sighting through Connecticut's Agricultural Experiment Station online portal or email. Think like a quarantine inspector. Check your car, camping gear, and even your shoes after leaving hotspots like Fairfield County. One accidental stowaway could ignite a new infestation. Take it from folks like Middletown's Bob Desi, who told reporters, "I'm not waiting around, I'm smashing everyone I see. I won't let them take our trees." His passion isn't just relatable, it's essential. Early action and community vigilance are our only weapons to shield Connecticut's farms and forests. Now, this is the part that divides people. Is killing them really the answer? Could we be overlooking nature-based solutions like introducing predator species? Or is ruthless human intervention our last line of defense? I'm torn, what's your take? Drop your real opinions in the comments. Are you Team Smash on site or Team Find Another Way? Act now, learn more and report sightings directly here. https://survey123.arcgears.com/share/e1257e88b7924 a06a79858096D9187 FB?portal URL https://usda-afis.maps.arcgears.com